really with the panel what they're saying here, because I'm always a little worried when I see these lack of initiating lineups a bit here if you do start to falter out of these lanes. And gaming, it's a very well-rounded draft. Lanes, top especially, we're going to have to look at for this Underlord. This one could be a little bit difficult.
Okay.
But we saw earlier today, in fact, I believe
did?
it was this morning, the Lesh versus the Sniper. I think it was Nisha. He actually killed the Sniper solo and stuff like that. So let's see how he plays the matchup being the Sniper.
Yeah, I mean, what is it, do you think, coming towards the end of this event that's sort of making some teams finding the Sniper pick appealing?
I don't know, because I think it's lost all the games, right? Let me look.
Check the win rate.
Let me check.
How's Sniper been doing it?
He's lost all 3 games.
Uh-oh.
I was thinking about it, and I was like, I think I saw one decent game from it where Liquid was playing from it, and then he just like ran out of steam, and you could see he was kind of just tickling heroes. But let's see what goes down.
I'm looking forward to seeing it, because clearly, if it's lost, as you said, in the 3 games that it's had, there must be some untapped potential that teams are trying to show us. Nisha's trying to show us. We'll see if he's able to show it here in this game 3.
I'm just wondering if they're going to fall into issue. It's like, man, we have Sniper do, so these 2 heroes are kind of doing the same thing. In the purpose of the overall grand schemes of the game, right? So, yeah, we'll have to see how it ends up working and see how much Nisha's able to do. As you might get a little bit of damage here onto Salary. Not quite a kill, but...
Nice little start for Gladiators. They'll get themselves 3 or 4 bounty runes to begin things off. Talking about sort of the final picks from both teams. Gaming Gladiators, of course, settling with Duracho getting the Slark in. And then from...
Blood Grenade clips him. He might be dead.
Might be dead. He's going to have stun back up in a few seconds. He has got stick charge. So he's making Insania work for this. Pops the stick, turns with the stun.
Smack him.
And Insania...
Tofu's fine.
Yeah, he is indeed. He's going to be able to back off.
Efficient tango. Down 12 strength. Those tangos are super effective, of course, for this. Yeah, we'll have to see.
But these last picks, right? Duracho, Slark coming in, and then Liquid, they'll get Zai the Enigma. What do these sort of say to you?
The Duracho Slark, they wanted to have this answer versus this Medusa. There wasn't the most heroes really left in the pool that Duracho likes to play. I know me and you were theory crafting. Will he play the Lash, and do they do some type of like Pango kind of thing and do all this? He doesn't play the Lash. He wants to play something more normal, so I think that's probably the case for him. It also does work decently with even like a Lash right for the mid. Nisha. Might be dead.
All right, click. That'll do it. First blood for Quinn.
That's exactly what happened earlier today. It was Nisha killing the Sniper with the Lash.
I mean, let's see. I think a lot of people right now are probably going to be skeptical of what the Sniper's going to be able to do.
I'm pretty skeptical of the tri-core.
We just haven't seen it work.
Yeah, of the tri-ranged core, to be honest with you. There's very little front line, but I think it's going to all be up to really how this Dusa goes, especially if Nisha struggles this much in the mid matchup.
Quinn is going to be very happy with this sort of start.
Yep. I mean, level 1 lightning, right? Brian talked about it.
Racho, he went down to about 10 HP there. Celery will be able to top him up a little bit, and he's got the tangos at the ready.
Yeah, he's got tango and he's got the ring of regen, so he heals quick. Yeah, does have to be a little careful. They are very good at playing this lane. That's one thing. No matter what 4 position it is, like a ranged 4, actually maybe mostly even like a melee 4. I think we've seen the Tiny and the Tusk with the Enigma work best for this side of Liquid. So I think this lane, Zai should do pretty decent. Of course, being able to slow down Duracho, but I don't know if they're going to be able to get any kills down here. Unless there's a pretty big slip up. Looks like the answer to Quinn's Lash is going to be check the runes, take them away from him. So Boxy will swing toward mid.
Yeah. And, this top lane, I mean, we still had the panel talk about it.
Should be free for Mickey.
Yeah. Medusa Undying, pretty much as textbook as it gets, right, when you go for these sort of dream setups in this patch of your safe lane duo.
Yeah, and it's versus pretty weak lane. Like the Underlord overall, every time he's playing versus the Undying, it's just been pretty miserable. All things said, though, Ace is 9-5, so he's gotten some decent denies up here with the lane positioning.
Quinn, it's being kept a little bit low here, but...
That's just the effect of these double water runes being checked.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, it'll probably take sort of a death from one of his supports to get the rebuild mid, and indeed, walk back to base. He knows that there's, unfortunately, from one of those situations where you don't mind your supports dying the side lanes, because then maybe you may
look at this, though.
3 bottle refill.
This is the one power of the line versus the Deuce. I think it's something that a lot of people have been wanting to try to see how it's going to work, especially in laning phase early. It is quite strong at the start of the game here. Let's see what Tofu's going to be able to do to try to slow down Mickey. Because Ace is handling his own. Actually, 13-6. This is impressive stuff up here.
Yeah, I mean, what's sort of causing this? Is it just the fact that on paper maybe you would have expected Insania to be able to bully Ace back a bit more than he has done this game?
I think Tofu's doing a good job of trading, and I think also, I'm going to say, the double blood grenade that Liquid used at the start to go for Tofu, I think it actually hurts the lane a little bit here, because then you can't go for that early aggression to kill the Underlord, maybe level 1, so... I think they don't have any blood grenade up there, so they kind of just have to play off of the right clicks rather than being able to chase them out.
Looking at this mid lane, despite that
boost on drop top.
Are they going to be able to get something with this? They've surrounded Tofu. Tofu should go down this time. Insania offering up a high 5. There we go. Tofu, he's too dead to give it back.
Nicely done, Insignia. He looked like he was going to be okay for a second there, but way too much damage. Like 2 hits from Undying. And it's like, oh my goodness, this poor Lion. But Ace is farming, so 20 and 7. That's very, very impressive. So.
I mean, so we're seeing again around this mid. Boxy heads over, makes sure that once again Quinn, he doesn't get the refill.
That is annoying.
This time,
Tofu did die.
He's happy that Tofu died top. You get that beautiful refill from your support.
Nisha catching back up, but Quinn definitely having the edge here. Duracho is getting slowed down. That Enigma effect is happening. 10 denies already onto Zai. And he is going to go the build that we've seen pretty much every single time on these Enigmas. Straight into the Vessel, I'd imagine, versus Io. It's going to be fast, so that can be an effective timing to potentially slow down the Leshrac as well, too. Just having that early here on Zai.
Sure.
And they're actually getting good damage here on Duracho.
They do get the Shackle connection, but a bit too hard to take him down. In the mid lane, we're getting a battle to the death of Quinn. Whoop! Tries to step up there, does get the combo on Nisha. Not quite enough to finish him, and he has to back off.
So close.
Nisha nearly getting him.
He's going to get some good denies here on Nisha.
I mean, Quinn's probably going to have to walk back to
He
base.
does. So Nisha, he should come out actually a little bit ahead now after that one. The moves from Boxy definitely changing the tides of that mid matchup even after the first blood.
No, he's doing well after indeed dying in that first few moves. The thing is as well, so when you have this sniper mid, like you can't really gank, right? We're not going to see much movements from Nisha, and the same to be said, of course, for Mickey on this safe lane, Medusa. So. Is it just a lot of effort and pressure onto Boxy to make plays happening? Like, who's starting the early moves from Liquid?
That's a great question. That's kind of what I was thinking as well, too. It's going to be a little bit awkward, perhaps. I mean, look at this. They're actually bringing 3 heroes, though, for Quinn.
Yeah, they'll set up with the Tombstone.
Can't get the Shackle.
And with the TPs coming in, Quinn is going to be more than fine. They can't continue to push for that. Just seem difficult for Liquid to find the action, to start the action. But maybe that's the plan, right? They don't want to start the action. They just want to live, they want to sit back, they want to farm, they want to let the sniper and Medusa get to a point where they're going to be able to sit on their high ground and ain't nobody going to be able to get anywhere close to pushing against their power.
Yeah, we'll see if that ends up... Well, the voice is cracked pretty hard. We'll see if that one actually ends up working out, too, versus the auras that are going to come out really early, too. Ace, he's going to go for full auras plus atrophy. Sniper does at the least kind of outrange that, but... Yeah, we'll have to see, because it definitely feels just a little bit strange. We'll see how they can execute it, because last game, they did execute very, very well.
They did, yeah.
But this one...
Some of the best. I think that was pretty much the best performance Liquid was given up in terms of play, and they've had the performances through the match, but to be able to shut it down at that late stage after a bit of a hairy mid-game, that was a very, very... very flashy game too for Liquid.
It's impressive to see when a team can use like quad buybacks and be able to get that big effect out of it rather than having like some scared, like, oh my god, what are we going to do with Duracho? Jesus, taking a beating. God, be careful bottom. He almost just dies. He might still. The Eidolon seeing it.
Eidolon's indeed. Celery.
He has to use a healing Lotus to make sure Duracho lives. That was Zai by himself. He had like a flank of Eidolons coming in. That was actually kind of cool.
We're going to see Quinn head down here.
Yeah, Quinn, he's about to hit 6.
Zai might be caught by a bit of a nasty surprise. The setup's there for Quinn. Duracho's able to step up. They'll take Zai down. Good moves from Quinn.
That's his 6 setup, and Duracho will be able to get healed up there from Celery. Nisha taking the space on it from mid, getting a little bit of tower damage here, but a very, very good rotation from Quinn. Runes, Wisdom Rune, it was 1 for 1. I'm most impressed of anything in this game, though, from how Ace's early game is going.
Sure.
And it looks like it's just going to be straight into maybe even a Crimson early. He has Helm of Iron Will, plus the Ring of Health, incredibly tanky. Mickey is farming up here, but the fact that this Underlord is actually ahead of him is huge.
I mean, it is probably one of the best Crimson games you'll see, right?
Ever.
Like,
I mean, it's not a Wind Ranger core, but it's going to be devastating
across the board. Everything that everyone offers up, there's going to be very little damage done when Ace turns up and pops the Crimson.
Could be the case of damage just being limited across all of the heroes of Liquids, to be honest with you. They do take some time on the Sniper and the Medusa in particular to get those damage items online. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what the game plan is going to be from Liquid. Getting a DD rune. That's going to be a nice little enable there perhaps for Nisha.
Yeah, I mean, Liquid's putting a lot of effort into making sure that Nisha does continue to have a solid time in this mid after that initial death.
Quinn, of course, going to be ahead, though. The stacks, this is what we see every single time with these Lash, especially on Radiant. I feel like I see these two camps just get the quad 5x stacked. I think around the DD rune.
Both supports, Celery and Tofu, also around.
He's just getting some good damage on this tower. Already 1,000 damage done to it. And Duracho has to be unbelievably careful bottom. A power shot and he's dead if he gets seen. Level 5 on Boxy. That power shot will kill him.
I mean, the creeps are going to see him.
Just give it.
Boxy's going to go straight for him. He gets the dart packed off, but a few right clicks. Power shot is completely off the mark.
Not even close.
Duracho, He's able to walk away.
And here comes the Rift.
There's still to be a bit careful from the idols. Derecho's got to get out into the trees, but D with Quinn being brought across, it's going to be him gone.
That's the other real scary thing that there is on the side of Gaming Gladiators, the Relocate and the Fiendscape. They can always have the numbers in these fights, and Liquid's draft, it's a bit immobile.
Yeah.
Dusa, Undying, these heroes don't traverse the map very quickly.
I guess at the end of the day, it was just a sort of a 5-head bait there from Derecho. He's like, these guys are going to want to go for me, they're going to try and dive, and he's trying to head in with Boxy to go for it. Any position where he gets caught. And Derecho's hit the 6 now,
yep.
Now he's going to be perfectly fine down.
Yeah, and he's going for the Dream itemization. And going for the Diffusal. The double dip, of course, versus the Medusa is always going to be really nice with the stat steal, too.
Toku's still hanging around mid.
Here's the reload.
They want to try and get in on top of Nisha. With the stun, into the Hex. Quinn in with the follow-up. The Shackle shot is there.
Nice shackle.
2 of them. Nisha standing his ground, or at least trying to do so, but he can't against this damage from Quinn. He'll fall. Tofu able to get out for another stun. Quinn's still got mana to play with as he'll try and run down Insania. They'll actually take him back out of there. They don't want to waste any further time chasing down the Undying. They got what they came for. They took down Nisha.
Power Rune. Quinn's going to quickly buy his point booster. What's it going to be? They're getting fast. They're already accelerating things on the side of Gaming Gladiators.
Up top, and that means Boxy once again will make sure that Liquid continue to control the power.
Boxy's annoying. The good thing on the side of Liquid is how well Zai's game is going. So the Vessel, it's going to come out very quick to deal with this IO in particular, with that Lesh backing up. And Mickey, he is still farming well. It's just the fact that this Underlord is continuing to stay ahead of him.
Yeah. And is that...
Could be dangerous. He's got to go Arcane Boots first.
Okay. And then he'll be able to get the Crimson probably finished soon if he wants to. I mean,
yeah, he's going to go Crimson, Celery's going to go Mac, then he can maybe go for... Doesn't even have to go Pipe. I think he doesn't even have to go Pipe this game.
I don't think you don't need the Pipe.
That's useless this game.
No, you can go for other stuff.
Yep. There's definitely going to be some damage issues, I would say, for Liquid.
Just, I think you're all eyes on seeing how this sniper's going to work out. Because so far, it's a slow start, it's a hard start.
Maybe he's a distraction, though. Maybe the sniper's also just like, hey, you're going to put more attention on this, and then that's where Mickey is going to thrive.
I mean, I guess, but it feels like you kind of need a mid.
You need more than just one.
Something in this pack.
I agree. Hey, hold on, I'm trying to think of something here, because this one just does look... It looks like it could get weird.
I mean, honestly, I want it to work. You know, I want to start queuing up some sniper mid. This hero's fun.
You said you hated it.
Well, it's fun... if you don't lose, which doesn't happen a lot of the time, especially when I'm not playing. Apparently when the pros aren't either. This hero does not seem to win right now.
He's just, their draft, I'm just looking at heroes crawling, right? Yeah. 285 move, well, actually, I don't think that's right, the 285 with Treads, but whatever. It's very slow movement, like 325 whatever movement speed on a sniper. A Dusa, who also moves like 300 something movement speed. Everyone is very slow. And right now, Derecho, he's already feeling confident to get a bit aggressive to slow down Mikke's farm. He's got Tofu with it. He got the reload.
They do. This Medusa, Mikke's in a lot of trouble. Quinn comes in. He's actually going to miss the stun. It doesn't matter. It's a straight up burst from the finger.
This could be a rough one, Owen.
It's all about the high ground.
I believe
that's the plan.
Do we believe in Zai? It's going to be up to... and then Mikke, right, I feel like he's going to have trouble because the Slark is going to now have Diffusal and hunting him. I'm worried for the boys. I'm worried for these boys. The acceleration of Gaming's draft, it's so easy to make moves. Like, there's Fiend's Gates, there's Relocates, they're quick. Even Derecho can set up ganks. And now he's got the Fusel. So I think he can look to even play around this top side, kind of like the way that we saw Amar playing this off-lane Slark, and just not let this Dusa come and get this farm up.
This is just not a safe place to be. I mean, Mikke's going to return to the tier 2.
I mean, he can't go anywhere else. He has to stay up here.
That's true. We'll see if Derecho sort of scouts. So I guess Relocate's still on cooldown for 50 seconds. So that's
Fiend's Gates up.
I mean, you're right. Actually, yeah, they've got multiple ways to back him up if he finds the catch.
They have a lot of different ways to go for it. And Tofu... Okay, it's only level 1 mana drain, but I mean, if he gets some good levels in, I could even see him going some 4-1-4 build.
I mean, will there be space for kind of Nisha and Mikke? I mean, Nisha's, you know, he's taking the Ancients.
Yeah.
You know, they're his. Poor old Mikke, he ain't getting these.
We'll have to see. Bottom tower almost falling. Ace will just get denied. Not let that golden. And Crimson Guard's already done. Max atrophy. LeQuinn, does he have the Bloodstone? He does. Celery's got the mech. He's going to continue accelerating here from the side of Gaming.
It really feels like they've got the build-up to the winning combination. You see Gaming Gladiators, 13 minutes in, Ace at the top. They've got the Quinn, Celery, Lesh, Io. They've won, feels like millions of games with this.
Yep, and the sniper is falling. I mean, he's bottom of the cores already by a decent margin in comparison to what Gaming's got.
And that's with a full Ancient stack himself. It's a tough
And
game for Nisha.
Mickey brings himself a sentry up or a ward up top. He gets immediately dewarded. That's the thing also about the Slark too. It's like you're trying to find and be able to see when these heroes are coming. He just gets the deward instantly. Look, this is another ward they just placed. Diracho, he's going to scout it. He's going to ping it. They're going to deward that immediately and keep this pressure onto Liquid.
And Liquid, they just brought 4 heroes over towards the mid. They looked to Ace, and then they were like,
hell no.
Nah, we're good.
Oh,
and then they had to walk away.
He is an issue.
Yeah, Crimson Guard, 1k gold on top of it. I mean, we'll see what he wants to go for. What do you imagine he wants to go for next?
Maybe Lotus.
Lotus
or Halberd. Yeah, I'm cool with it. I
think
Halberd,
Halberd, and then you just render one of the cores of Liquid completely useless.
I like the Dispel versus the Spirit Vessel and versus the like a Malefice and stuff like that. But
okay.
I could see a Halberd also working in. But I think their lineup is about just Quinn getting the ball going. He's got this healing, and then if they can just put the coverage on him, they're fine. So
Diracho offering up a little bit of a tip towards Nisha.
I'm sure they're having like kind of similar thoughts about this sniper because we literally saw what happened, what Liquid did to this sniper earlier. Bottom, Zai shows himself.
It's gone. Very difficult to come out on the map when Gaming Gladiators have the tools that they do.
And you can see that Liquid, they're like, well, how do we make moves? How do we respond to moves?
I mean, the setup is boxy.
The setup is only boxy, and the damage is nobody.
It's tough.
He is going to go Halberd. Okay, good call. I mean, it's one of the other. Tower being dropped. They're setting up for bottom. This is, I feel like this is the only way they can actually do moves is if they 5-man the IO. Otherwise, they're going to just get reloaded and set plays.
Maybe they can get Quinn. They get the shackle.
Relocate.
Celery's ready to take him out. As Quinn, he's perfectly fine. I mean, he takes him out. He's still 2/3 of his HP. We'll see if they can get.
They'll get the
Celery on the return.
They should just get this. They should get this IO. Yeah, at least bring Mickey down here too.
Taking the full 5 of them though to hang around for this.
For an IO.
And it is indeed just the IO.
Give it a Mickey. Okay, Nisha takes it.
It's one of those games, you queue up sniper mid. You want to be the carry. You don't care who's playing on the safe lane hero. You're ready to carry the game on your own. So that's Nisha's plan here.
Let's see if it works. Tofu Blink set up. They've got aggressive wards placed around the top side too if Mickey wants to go up here. I think Mickey now is just going to play bottom side though. So perhaps could see Gaming maybe get a ward down here to look for him because it has been some time since they have seen this Medusa playing up there. How's timing here for Zai also? All right, still not quite having his Blink Dagger. Perhaps, I think the Blink maybe is one of the ones that actually allows him to make some type of plays. Then they have a way to start some fights. Still, very, very difficult versus what Gaming's going to be bringing. It feels like they'll always have the numbers. And I'm just watching Diracho. A Slark ahead of a Medusa in farm. Something you never really want to see if you are a Medusa.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Very hard to see what the play is here for Liquid.
Sit back and farm. Hope you can get that big farm and that butterfly timing for the Medusa to gather around. Trying to see if they're building auras, but it's not the case. Zai's feeling like he has to go for Blink because they have no way to start fights. And they punish Diracho up here.
Diracho.
I mean, Diracho wants to go in.
Yeah, he's kind of looking at them.
They've got relocate.
They see Insania. He's going to drop the tombstone. They're going to Fiend's Gate over. Boxy and Nisha, they've got to start backing away.
Look at this.
There's no saving Insania. And Mickey will TP across. And Mickey's trying to step up into this.
Tombstone's doing work.
And his Celery getting really low. They'll drop the black hole onto Quinn, but Tofu's able to put a stop to it with the stun.
Relocate.
And they take Quinn down. They can't. They're out of there. Celery's able to take them out. Diracho, he's still going. He's able to find Boxy.
He's going down.
We'll die for this.
Good kill.
So they can find Ace. Ace
comes Quinn, though.
Ace is a hard one to kill. They can't go for Ace. There's going to be a buyback from Boxy. The root's going to be laid down onto the 2, and then the fingers there on Nisha. Nisha's out.
Shackle.
Ace, he wants to dive into the tier 2. He's looking towards Zai. Zai will get another round of Eidolons off, and Ace, he'll back away. Just want to keep pushing onto the tier 2 with the buyback coming in from Boxy.
Ace taking literally no damage. He has 200 atrophy stack built up on him. That was actually a decent attempt with how far behind they are. They didn't quite get the black hole to pull Celery in. He's able to distance himself and make sure that Quinn is safe. That tombstone did work. It actually did quite a bit there for Liquid in comparison, but either way, they only get the rush.
Ace is thinking about just walking into this triangle area. He knows that very little is going to force him back.
He pretty much has the Halberd done.
Crazy timings here.
I feel like he can just walk at them.
I'll take that.
Can they set up for this guy? I mean, he is such a beast.
They're going to try.
Tombstone's down.
They get it laid down, but the stun's going to clip onto Insania. As they'll lose Insania, they'll lose the Tombstone. Tofu's getting a little bit low. Zyra's trying to wrap around the back lines to find him. Tofu's going to get healed up, though, by Celery. Liquid, they're having to back off once more. Quinn, he's going to try and chase down Zai. Nisha attempting to stand his ground and shoot back at Celery, but the root's there for Ace. Duracho's wrapping around from behind. He's in with the ultimate on top of the sniper. It's 4 dead on Liquid. Mickey, the only one left alive.
Oh man, this is so rough to watch.
It's a tough one.
They just walk at them. Ace, what, he loses 200 HP? Pops Crimson, can't touch him.
No.
And Duracho, he's able to get some stacks up. He's still level 1 Essence shit, but either way, he's able to stand his ground. And now he's even looking for Mickey. Do they relocate up again? They do. They're pinging for it. Duracho's like, let's go.
They're absolutely going to go for this. Mickey is pretty much entirely out of mana. They Fiend's over as well. Not a chance here for Mickey as they take down the Medusa.
I don't know what Liquid does with their draft with this.
What do they do?
It's too much movement.
The high ground defense.
The high ground defense, all right. The 5-man black holes.
That's what they're going to gear up for. Hold the high ground with the sniper and the Medusa. That's the plan. I mean, it must be. It's just hard to see what their plan was other than that this game. I mean,
look at Duracho. I mean, he feels no threat. Quinn running in as well, too. Shield run on him. Insania will be able to survive, but push back. They're in their base at 19 minutes. They're just getting forced back completely. Zai goes bottom. He sees some creeps to farm. Could just get set up in as well. Relocate and Fiends get it down, but look at these plays. Duracho's is setting up everything.
Yeah, and they're always here with the backup.
Yeah.
Whether it's Celery coming in with the relocate, or Ace coming in with the Fiend's Gate, or just both for them. Because why not?
And a mid tower to fall. Foxy tries to find an angle, but he just can't. 14,000 gold lead for the side of Gaming Gladiators with their IO Lesh. Bread and butter.
Yep. It always has been, and it certainly still is here, and it's being shown in this game.
It's the XP difference, too, that's really hurting when you look at the levels across the board of everybody.
Another catch, Insania. Tried to get out for a bit of warding. Put an end to his life and to his couriers.
All right, well, yeah, this is done and dusted, Owen. Let's be honest. Even if this Deuce and like you said, high ground defense with this Deuce.
The high ground defense, maybe.
She's too far behind. They can just portal behind her and just completely surround her even. And they get the Duracho here. They've got a black hole.
Just need to drop it.
But they're coming in. Gaming's coming in.
Got it on off in time as well, Duracho. So a little bit of survivability. Celery's in with the heals. Duracho's still alive. He's going to be back up full HP. He turns, takes down Zai, pounds forward. He gets the catch on towards Mickey. Mickey's able to get away from it at least as Nisha Hurricane pikes Mickey out of the pounce.
They just have to full run. They can't even kill the Slar.
They're going to get the catch onto Nisha. As Nisha, he'll get forced back by Insania, but the root's there. Ace shutting off the escape from Nisha. Insania's dying to Duracho. It's 3 dead again, 18-3.
I wouldn't be too shocked if Liquid calls it relatively soon, because there's just nothing. Yeah.
Well, there we go.
That's what I kind of thought.
There we have it. We've had 2 close games so far, but this game 3, it's completely the opposite. 21-minute GG.